When one of the most powerful leaders on the planet needs to get somewhere, it's not just a trip, it's a full-blown mobile operation. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this incredible fortress in motion that is Vladimir Putin's travel. You'll see that every single detail is a calculated show of power and, of course, extreme protection.
Right. So, how does it all work? I mean, this is so much more than just getting from point A to point B. It's really about projecting power, it's about making sure safety is absolute, and, maintaining total control always. The logistics involved are just, they're on the level of a military operation. And at the very heart of it all, there's a small army, and it's all dedicated to just one man. 3,000. Yeah, you heard that right. 3,000 people are estimated to be in his security detail. This isn't, a handful of bodyguards we're talking about. It's literally a small army with just one single mission: protect the Russian president from any threat you could possibly imagine, anywhere in the globe. And here's the crazy part: this army is pretty much invisible. We're talking about highly trained, plainclothes officers whose entire job is to just blend in. They're constantly watching, always ready to act. It's like an invisible shield that's with him every single moment of the day. And it all starts with his daily commute, which, as you can guess, is anything but ordinary. Okay, so think about this. Most world leaders, you see them in those big motorcades, sometimes getting stuck in traffic like everyone else. Well, Putin often just bypasses that whole problem. His daily trip from home to the office, it's not on the road, it's up in the sky. The vehicle he uses for this is an Mi-8 helicopter. Now, you might have heard of the Mi-8. It's a pretty common workhorse of a helicopter. But of course, the president's version is, well, it's anything but standard. And get this, for every single flight, they use a decoy. Two identical helicopters take off at the same time, so nobody on the ground knows for sure which one he's actually in. So this is where a normal utility helicopter gets transformed into basically a flying command post. The inside is completely kitted out just for him. We're talking a plush presidential seat, a sofa, advanced communication system so he's always connected, onboard LCDs. There's even a refrigerator and a mini kitchen. It's all about making sure that even on a short trip, it's total efficiency and total security. But, he can't always be in the air. So when his feet, or maybe I should say his wheels, are on the ground, he uses a vehicle that's, well, it's less of a car and more of a mobile bunker. And this thing isn't just any car. It's a real statement on wheels. See, instead of using a foreign brand like a Mercedes, which his predecessors did, Putin travels in the Urus. It's a limousine built right there in Russia. And that's a very deliberate choice, right? It's designed to show off Russian engineering and project this image of self-reliant power. So, to give you some perspective here, you've probably heard of the American presidential limo, the Beast, right? Well, the Urus Senate was basically developed to go head-to-head with it. It's a direct rival in every way: security, features, just the sheer presence it has on the road. We're talking completely bomb-proof, bulletproof, and packed with an insane communications suite. Okay, now think about just how tough this thing is. Imagine a worst-case scenario: an attack. Even if all four of its tires are completely blown out, this 7-ton fortress can still drive for 30 kilometers at high speed, all to get its passenger clear of the danger zone. That's incredible. So you might be wondering, who on earth is driving this machine? Well, you can't just put anyone behind the wheel. It takes a full decade. 10 years of intense, non-stop training to even qualify as one of Putin's drivers.
And believe me, these people are way more than just chauffeurs. First off, there are only 10 of them in the entire world, and every single one is also a highly trained commando. Their skills are the stuff of legend. I mean, they're trained to expertly fire weapons while driving the car in reverse during an escape. Just think about it.
Now, what happens when he travels abroad? Well, the whole operation kicks off weeks in advance. His personal Auguras limo and all the key security staff are actually flown to the destination ahead of him on separate planes. So by the time he even lands, every single second of his visit has been planned out like a movie script. We're talking which lane the car will use, who opens the door, even what the staff will be wearing is planned beforehand. There is absolutely zero room for error or improvisation. But okay, ground transport is just one piece of the puzzle. For international travel, that security bubble, it expands all the way up to 30,000 feet. When Putin flies, he doesn't just get on a plane. He steps inside what's known as the flying Kremlin.
So the Flying Kremlin, that's the nickname for his presidential jet, which is a massive Ilyushin IL-96-300. And just like the helicopters, there isn't just one. There are actually 4 of these identical planes ready to take off at a moment's notice, which just adds another layer of secrecy. But this is so much more than a plane. It's a complete mobile command center that lets him run the entire country from literally anywhere in the world. And this is probably the plane's most critical function. It's equipped with a super advanced, super secure communication system. From this plane, Putin can issue secret orders to any of his security agencies, and this is the big one, it gives him the ability to control Russia's entire nuclear arsenal from anywhere on Earth. But it's not all work and no play. The jet is also basically a palace in the sky. It's got a fully equipped gym so he can keep up his exercise routine. There's a luxurious bedroom, a big conference room for meetings, a dining hall, and a full kitchen to prepare meals while they're flying. It's got everything.
Okay, but maybe the most incredible feature of all, and this is straight out of a James Bond movie, is a rumored secret escape capsule. The story goes that if there's some kind of catastrophic emergency, this capsule can actually eject the president from the plane, making sure he survives. It's just wild. So when you kind of step back and connect all the dots, from the invisible army on the streets to the commando drivers to that command center in the sky, you start to see a system that's really built on 3 core ideas. Security, that's just impenetrable, a style that's impossible to ignore, and of course, absolute secrecy.
And this security bubble doesn't just stop with work. It extends to his downtime too. For when he's traveling by sea, there's a super yacht waiting, complete with 6 luxury cabins and 2 VIP suites. It just goes to show that even relaxation has to happen inside this totally controlled environment. It really completes his command over land, air, and sea.
So at the end of the day, this whole meticulously crafted bubble of security and luxury, it's not really just about travel, is it? It's a constant, powerful message. Which really leaves us with a big question. What does this mobile fortress of security and style tell us about how power is projected in the 21st century? Is this all just about protection? Or is the fortress itself the ultimate message?